Hey, yo. Check it.
Welcome back, hero.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was thinking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.
Boom. Wagwan.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Man, it's Monday, which is usually a day later than we record.
Yes.
But we'll get into why that happened a little later.
Yes. What is this, episode 73?
I got nothing.
73 something?
I think it's 70. Oh, wait. I think it's 72.
No, we already did 72 last
Okay, well, I got nothing. I wouldn't have had anything if it was 73 either.
Yeah, episode 73. Yo, man. So I got my Uncle Courtney in Texas, man. So basically, from what I understand, we had some crazy, good old fashioned global warming snow, and and the folks, some of the folks in the southern parts of the world kind of experienced some Michigan weather.
Yeah, man.
And it's my understanding that, so basically this happened, some of the energy companies had to do a lot to get some electricity to those folks. And now, from what I understand, these people have to pay for it, basically.
That's unbelievable, bro.
Ridiculous.
Not gonna be able to do it. I mean, that's crazy.
It's ridiculous. So my Uncle Courtney out in Texas has made these shirts, and it says Mecca, make energy cheap again. Look, man, this is for the people. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. I think we can all agree on making energy cheap again, and that people should not have to deal with something like this.
Yeah, man.
Can't charge people, can't charge human beings for natural disasters. You know what I'm saying?
This is literally nobody's fault.
There's not a weather tax. So yeah, man, if y'all are interested, man, I know we got some Texas listeners. Just let me know. I'll send you guys the link that my uncle's selling these shirts on. You guys can grab one. So
yeah,
boom,
dope.
Make energy cheap.
Super cool.
So yeah, brother, what are you into currently right now?
Bro, all right, man.
My brother.
So I've been playing Yakuza 0. I don't have any. Bro. Whoa. Bro, it's crazy because the storyline is super serious and like a straight up crime story. But
It's wacky.
The mini games, dog, are just they're just not just the side quests, the side missions, the mini games, just unbelievably wacky. I know we got folks in our circle that play these games.
Yakuza.
But bro, so Yakuza is made from the same studio, or was initially made from the same studio as the folks that did Shenmue. So like, their mini game is like unparalleled. Okay. And so I found myself at the part of the story where I'm having to work like a job, and my job as Majima is a cabaret manager.
Oh, you
bro, this, and I don't have a better way of explaining it to you, but just like somehow this cabaret management mini game is like maybe the best part of the game, bro. I've been playing that shit for the entire weekend.
You're always getting you always take like massive interest in like the weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
The woodchop simulator and
Bruh,
Shenmue.
I'm telling you, that wood chopping simulator, the wood chopping mini game in Shenmue is better than some people's whole games. Like there's something about it where it's just like super addictive. It's super, bro. It's satisfying. That's what it is. They've mastered like how to create a gaming experience that ends in like maximum satisfaction. Like, yes, motherfucker, I cut that wood in half And it
felt good,
bro. And it makes this like in the case of the Shenmue game, it makes this like ping noise that just like you know how you catch somebody with nest with the bat like perfectly, and you goddamn it, whoops, wrong one. And it just like that sound is so like hell yeah, you just fucking nailed that guy.
It energizes you,
right? So, but there's no wood chopping. But like in this game, like you gotta recruit your cabaret hostess and like match them with the right client, and then once you like get them with the right person, you can like milk these niggas for like hundreds of millions of yen. And right. I be making so much money off that shit, bro. It's just I don't know, bro. I really can't describe it. If anybody who's played Yakuza 0 knows what I'm talking about,
right? That
shit is a lot of fun. So that's what I've been doing because I'm a fucking loser. What about you?
So, yeah, man, I tripped and fell and got re-addicted into Pokemon. I told y'all I've been playing the Crown Tundra expansion, and I just been like getting back into battling online and just man, if you're into the competitive nature of like the metagaming of Pokemon, it's easy to get hooked on it, and I fell into it again. So that's what I've been doing, man.
Look this shit on my screen right now.
What is that?
Motor City Mini Mondays. For those of y'all who can't see, there's just like a picture of Isaiah Stewart, and he's like got a really big head and like tiny body.
It's like a bobblehead.
Yeah.
Motor City Mini Monday. Hilarious. Who's that guy?
I don't know. I haven't seen him play in forever.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. So I just been playing Pokemon, yo. This weekend, I was in Indiana coaching my son's Aew team. We had a little rough go at it, man. We had to play without our point guard.
Pointagado.
And you know, at 10 years old, it's tough to play without your primary ball handler. But the boys, they played good, man. They played hard, so I was proud of them. Jay did good. Hit a couple jumpers.
Hey.
So yeah, man, that's what I've been into, man, is just getting back into the competitive meta game of Pokemon Sword, and just kind of tweaking my lineups for battling online.
Who's your lineup right now?
Right now, I told you I've talked about my Hitmontop before. I have the best Hitmontop ever. Right now, my lineup is Hitmontop, Blaziken, Excelgor. I'm really rocking with Excelgor. I really like Excelgor. Weavile is always a mainstay on the squad. It's my Dragon Killer and my Ghost Killer. And then I got Mewtwo, and I usually run with I usually have Zero Aura in the lineup, but I switched them out, and I've been I caught me a Rayquaza, and I changed his nature. You know, come on now, you know.
Yep. So you gotta turn on the lab.
Changed his nature, got in the lab, you know, distributed some proper, you know, EV stats and everything.
You can't breed him though, right?
No, you can't. So you got to kind of work from where he's at. But I got a really good one. And
how many perfect EVs did he have to start? Because I'm sure he had at least one or two.
He was 4. He was 4.
Oh, strong.
4 to 6. Yeah,
strong.
So he was already really dope. And then I've been using him. And then sometimes when I don't want to, I usually only like to have one legendary in my lineup. This is how I am. So usually I'll have Mienshao in there too instead of Rayquaza. So that's my lineup. I've been winning a lot. So boom. But yeah, man, you came over last night.
Yeah.
We enjoyed AEW Revolution pay-per-view. Wrestling recap, by the way, for all my wrestling fans that listen to the pod. So yeah, man, we watched the AEW Revolution. It was dope. It was a dope show.
It was, man. I know everybody wants to talk about the ending, but it was really good outside of that.
It was a dope show. Young Bucks versus Jericho and Jericho Trump and MJF. It was a good match. Bucks won. It was dope. Then we had the tag team battle royal was dope. The last 4 was
so good.
Was really dope. It was Phoenix. Who was it? Phoenix.
Pac.
Phoenix, Jungle Boy, Pac, and my man from Dark Order, John Silver. Yeah,
all 4 of those guys I fuck with.
Last 4 was fire. Obviously, the guy that we wanted to win won. It was awesome. So that was really dope. Then we had the women's match was fire. Hikaru Shida versus
I can't Mizunomi or something like that.
Mizuki is that's it. I have to look it up.
She's dope though.
Yeah, she's hilarious. But that match was really dope. I really liked it. They kind of beat the crap out of each other.
They did. It was a very Japanese style, like Joshi style match.
Very, very, very Joshi style kind of Stardom. If you guys aren't familiar with Stardom, like Stardom is the Japanese women's promotion where like Asuka came from, and Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, a lot of them.
Basically, every Japanese wrestler, woman wrestler ever came from.
Pretty much. Ryo Mizunami, that's her name. Mm-hmm. She's dope, and that match was really dope. And then we had Miro, and who cracks me up all the time. We had Miro and Kip Sabian, versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck. That was cool. Then we had Hangman Page. We had Adam Page versus Matt Hardy. That I loved the finish when he fell in the Dark Order kind of.
They caught him.
They caught him with the trust fall.
Yeah, because he definitely didn't look back.
Yeah,
he just kind of like, all right, this is either gonna hurt or.
Yeah, that finish was fire. Then we had the ladder match, which with the Sonic ring.
Bruh. Man, hold on. All right. Dog, that was my shit, bro. I love that. It's a whole soundtrack.
Then we had that. That was cool. Scorpio Sky won. Like, we really wanted him to win that, so that was dope that he won. But he took that nasty.
Bro, I thought he was dead.
He took a nasty bump on the outside of the ring. Also, Pentagon. Pentagon was in that match. That was dope. But yeah, man, Scorpio Sky won. That was dope. But then we start getting to the end. Sting,
bro.
What's up, man? Talk about your boy.
That's my guy, man. So, look, bro. If we're gonna do old men wrestling, and Sting is like 60, I think, or close, if not close to it. I guess we can probably just look that up right quick.
I'm cold.
Yeah, it is chilly down here. But yeah, if you're gonna do old guys wrestling, bro, yeah, Sting is 61. So, right, he looks fantastic for his age. First of all, and
moves around great.
Moves around good. But like also like we understand, bro. Like you're a legend, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, no question. Already in the Hall of Fame, probably gonna go in again. Like we are fine with you, like not being, Ray Phoenix out there. Like you don't have to do all that, bro. And he didn't take off his shirt, so he doesn't look like melted ice cream Chris Jericho, right? Like. But was still looking great. He had all of his like same offense from the WCW years.
It was awesome. I mean,
and here's the best part. It was a cinematic match, bro. That's how you got to do it.
This is how you got to. If you're going to bring legends back into wrestling, it's got to be a cinematic match. And I thought that this match was amazing. I thought it was shot beautifully. It was so creative. Darby Allin's still taking some crazy bumps, but.
Darby Allin also, his film like background, you could tell he really had his hands all over that.
Darby Allin's got the best. He's always got the best like vignettes and promo videos. So I was expecting this to be really dope, and it was awesome. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I loved the beginning when he was kind of skateboarding and he hitched onto the back of the truck this thing was driving. I loved the little detail of Sting having half the Darby paint, half the Sting paint. Sting. He's hitting all he's playing the hits, man. He got Stinger Splash, the little cross chops. His offense looked dope.
He had a drop. Didn't he hit a drop kick?
Or
something like that?
No, but he hit that like sunset flip roll up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. That
yeah.
was awesome. That was really, really dope.
If he want, I don't look. Tony Khan, I don't, because we all know he obviously listens to the podcast, of course.
Right. Of course, Tony Khan listens to our podcast.
If you're listening, bro, like, please don't. Let's do this like once every 2 months, bro. Like, I don't want to see Sting in the ring often.
Absolutely, and I think that's kind of the key to this, right? If it's gonna work,
he should only wrestle on pay-per-views, bro.
If it's gonna work, this is how you have to do it. And also, I like the way that they've been kind of playing the relationship between him and Darby Allin. Like, it's just kind of happened. They don't really talk about it too much.
Yeah.
They don't.
Even the nature of the relationship is mysterious.
Yeah, so that's perfect. And I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think we've seen a handful of cinematic matches in wrestling so far. I mean, obviously, I think the first one was the Final Deletion, not a long time ago, but a few years back with Jeff Hardy versus Matt in Impact. And then we got what other ones have there been? I know the Crazy Wyatt family match they did and like the Swamp or something.
I feel like there were a couple of those.
And then we did, but I don't know if they were cinematic matches though. I think they
were just. I think
they just kind of
happened to have the match outside.
Yeah. But obviously Taker and AJ Styles at WrestleMania, that crazy Matt Hardy match at his house in AEW with Sammy, I think.
Also, so the Stadium Stampede wasn't exactly cinematic, but it was kind of close to that.
Hilarious. But I think this is the greatest cinematic match that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Super creative, really dope. If they do any other ones, like I think it's a no-brainer that Darby Allin has to be involved with the shooting of it and
I would love it if that was like his thing. Like if that was like his pay-per-view thing, as he owns the cinematic match.
Yeah, that would be really dope. So yeah, man, I thought that match was dope. And then obviously the main event, the exploding barbed wire death match. I mean, I told you before. I mean, unfortunately, I'm a pro wrestling nerd from the 90s, so I've actually seen a couple of these. I saw the Hayabusa versus Onita match from I think 95, FMW. Exploding barbed wire cage death match was ridiculous.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, nuts. Ridiculous. And I've seen another one with Onita in it before. So this match was dope. It was really good. It was crazy. It was violent. It was exciting. I was like hiding behind my pillow half the time for some of the violent stuff. But it was dope, man. I thought the match was really really dope. And and surprisingly, I think the reason I like the match so much is because when you see a match like that, there's not a ton of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of more of like there was a fair amount of like good wrestling in this match for it to be such a a violent stipulation. So I thought that was really cool. And I mean, the match was fire. And I mean, and now the thing everybody is talking about.
Well, hold on, let's build this up properly.
Okay.
So
all right. So we have this exploding barbed wire death match. Crazy. Then there's some crazy noise that goes off, and then the commentators mention that the ring is going to explode in like 15 minutes. Me and Hero both looked at each other and like,
hey, beg your pardon?
I'm sorry, what?
Excuse me?
The ring's going to explode?
Right.
Holy crap. So then, the match is going on, boom, boom, boom. Kenny hits the one-winged angel, which I loved that he hit the one-winged angel. Moxley kind of put his foot on the sacrifice his foot to get the little explosion pop off. So that was dope. And then interference, whatever. Lou Gallows and Carl Anderson come in, help Kenny out, which I'm not a fan. I don't like. I get it. I know he's a heel and everything, and then you guys know Kenny Omega's my favorite wrestler right now. But I don't like it when the dude is a good wrestler. Like,
you don't need it.
Yeah,
you're not like fucking the Miz. Right?
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying. So, but I mean, they do that. Kenny gets the W, he wins. And then after the match.
So wait, the countdown starts,
The countdown starts. So I start sweating like that Key and Peele meme.
Dog.
Like literally, I'm like, oh God, what is about to happen, right? So me and you are both kind of freaking out when this timer starts going off. 10, 9,
right.
8. Oh my God, John Moxley's going to die.
Right,
Eddie Kingston comes sprinting out to the ring to save his former friend, tries to wake him up. He's out cold.
Out cold.
Kingston tries to shake him, wake him up. Then the timer gets close, and Eddie Kingston says, you know what? I'm about to just perish in this explosion with my friend. And he covers him up. And then... And then Tony Khan steps on a whoopee cushion. But then literally the explosion goes off and it was literally like sparklers.
Bruh, it was ridiculously bad.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
It was like that scene in was that Iron Man 2 where Rhodey had the hammer tech missile that he tried to shoot and that motherfucker
was like
and then farted. It like fizzled out and farted. That's exactly what happened there.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen. But as a wrestling fan, okay, this is my take on it. It didn't affect the match because it happened after the match, right? So if you were somebody who watched it and you enjoyed the match and then you're like, oh, it's getting late, I gotta go to bed, and you turn it off, you wouldn't even seen it. You know what I'm saying? It was something extra at the end. Was it trash? Yes, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen. But at the same time, it's the easy fix, right? You can't when things like this happen in wrestling, the number one rule in pro wrestling is you can never insult the fans' intelligence, right? We know what's up. We know what we're watching. We know we're watching a show. We know that we're watching something that's planned. You know what I'm saying? So you can't ever insult the fans' intelligence. The easy fix is you have to lean into it. You have to acknowledge it. You just turn it into an angle. The whole storyline they were working was that Kenny was kind of building this destructive, cage or this destructive ring or whatever. So obviously the easy play is that, his evil experiment failed. It was a dud. You know what I'm saying?
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Exactly. Some Wile E. Coyote looking up the Acme explosives
Acme
catalog.
brand explosive ring.
So that's the easy fix, right? Boom. The hard fix is the fact that Eddie Kingston sold it like death.
Bruh.
That is the part that's kind of unfixable. I'm sure they'll think of some creative way to fix it. But also, I know a lot of WWE fans have like a boner for AEW messing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they've been waiting for it to happen. So, I mean, let's be real, man. WWE botches stuff all the time. Like they botch actual matches. You know what I'm saying?
My God, it's easier to count how many times they didn't botch.
Right. Like even recently, the Kevin Owens Roman Reigns match was horrible. Like with the handcuff and everything. So I'm just saying it happens in wrestling, and there's an easy fix to it. So.
Yep.
Boom. Other than that, I thought the pay-per-view was awesome. I loved the main event. I loved the Sting Darby match, and I'm excited to see what's next for those guys. But I gotta keep it real. I would like for AEW to kind of stop signing every WWE cast off and just kind of start building up some of their guys, man. They got some really dope guys there, man. Jungle Boy, Phoenix, Pentagon, Scorpio Sky, Sammy Guevara, Luchasaurus. There's Orange Cassidy. There's a lot of good guys that still need to kind of get some proper build up. So I would really like for them to just stop signing people in general right now.
Yep. I don't care about Christian joining AEW at all.
Me neither. And I called it. Yep.
It was either going to be Christian or Kurt Angle. Both of those suck.
Right. But yeah, man, let's go. It's time.
Boom.
WandaVision finale. Look, man, if you're listening to the show, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify, whatever you listen to, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. That's your spoiler alert for WandaVision. If you haven't seen the finale, I would skip the next few minutes.
Yeah.
Boom. WandaVision finale. What did you think? I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was really, really good after I adjusted some expectations. So here's my take. Here's my take. The first thing I got to get off the bat right away is that I was insulted. It went from being like a thing that didn't work to me being flat out like angry. Okay. About the Pietro, right? The fake Pietro.
I didn't like that either.
Right? So like
how they were just kind of like,
turns out he was just a random guy. Right? Just kind of a random dude. We got you. So here's my overall take is this. WandaVision, so like back in like 2010, 11, 12, when Westworld first started getting popular, I fuck with, that's obviously right up my alley, sweaty sci-fi, right? A lot of people were getting mad. Some people were getting mad at Westworld because they're, so a lot of the reviews that I was seeing was, if Westworld would just stop trying to fool its audience and actually tell a good story, then maybe it'll be good. And to me, I read that as, oh, so you're just mad your theory was wrong.
Word.
Right? So you just butthurt that you weren't smarter than the director. Right. Right? Because that's how we do. We react poorly to our to when our theories are wrong, right?
Right.
And so my immediate thought, right, just trying to self-police was like, Omari, are you doing that? Are you guilty of that right now? Then I thought more about it and I was like, no. And here's the reason why. I thought that WandaVision went out of its way to purposely drop like, throw us off the trail. Like very obviously like trying to trick you. Whereas in Westworld, they just told the story. Like they weren't trying, they just filmed it like you would like a mystery, right? They filmed it ambiguously. With WandaVision, they straight up was like, hey, look at this.
Right.
Which is, and again, I would be okay with that by itself. Like, I don't mind getting tricked. I don't even mind a red herring here and there. I just thought that if you're going to do all that, your reveals, the reveals that you planned instead were not big enough to justify how much he was trying to pump fake. Right? Like, it's like, basically what it is like, you fucking pump faked and got your wide open shot, and then you like you didn't airball, but you like missed. But then your rebound, your big man got the rebound and put it back off the glass, and you still won, right? Because it was still very good. But once I adjusted my expectations, like we really, not only did we expect, but they sold us on like, hey, this is the beginning of the multiverse, right? Forget Mephisto, forget Quicksilver, forget the Foxverse. At minimum, you were counting on, and everything about this series sold you, even things that were flat out said in the series sold you on, this is where the multiverse starts, right here. And for it to end up being like,
for it to literally just kind of
turns out it was just about Wanda being angry, which is, and again,
and
bro,
everything, and then like everything, it's just, I feel you, because I don't like presenting this. It's kind of like you see it in wrestling, right? When even we just got done talking about wrestling, like how they kind of been the forbidden door to New Japan has been open, Okada, Tanahashi might show up, and then it's like
Ethan Page,
Juice Robinson,
right,
and Finlay, who I like both of them, but again, like teasing this big giant thing, and then kind of Ethan Page from Impact,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so, and again, I would say,
like Ethan Page is dope, but it's not. That's not the point. The point is that you're
tease me a little too much.
You tease me
just a little too much, like a
bit too much.
It was like, and it was cool. Like it's you know what it is. Here's what it is, bro. Because it turned out to just be a much smaller story than everybody thought it was. But and that's fine. So,
but emphasis on the much.
Yeah. Right.
So much smaller.
And so and this is very immature of me, very like, hey, I'm not even an only child, so this is not a good example. But imagine like you know, you're 12 and like and this actually happened. Well, my dad didn't play me all the way. So like I told the story about my dad like tricking me and putting the Dreamcast in like a much bigger box and I got fooled. This is to me like, hey man, I know you really wanted this like new gaming system. Like I'm going to get it for you. And then Christmas comes along, you get a box that looks just like, holy shit, I can't wait for my gaming system. And then it turns out it's like a new action figure, which is still cool. Yeah. Like hey, that's really dope. I appreciate it, Dad. But like, fuck, man, I thought you was about to give me a Dreamcast. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want to say like, oh, it was a pair of socks or something. Because again, for what it was worth, like that small story that was told was fantastic. Mm-hmm. But God damn it, why y'all trying to tell me it was bigger than that then? Right. I would have been so good with it just being this little tiny, like, and not even tiny, because, you know, Wanda's super powerful, but like her story, just her. But y'all had to tease me with Fox Pietro. Yeah, bro. Right. You teased me with y'all teased me with Mephisto. Yeah, I kind of knew Mephisto was off deck, but
I was kind of refusing to let that go. Like I was stuck on that.
Right. You teased me with the scroll, which you got a little bit of scroll at the very, very end. Yeah. You teased me with all this big crazy shit, and it just kind of got and it ended up getting a nice story, but just not all the bells and whistles that was being advertised. So
yeah, for sure.
I feel like slightly disappointed by that, but everything else
you've been Smeckledorfed. You got a little bamboozled a little bit. So I mean, but and with that said, I mean the Vision stuff was awesome
for sure.
I love Vision. Vision kind of overstood White Vision a little bit.
I love it.
They not letting you access the data, my brother. You got to open your mind, brother.
They keeping knowledge for it, brother. They want us to be separate, but me and you, we the same.
Quite literally activated White Vision.
Bro, straight up, dog. He literally opened his third eye, bro. This nigga, like, activated his fucking goddamn higher self and shit.
And he's white, so it was even funnier. So yeah, man, Vision straight up overstood and activated the government Vision. That was really dope. And then I
love that scene too. Like outside of just awesome. The meme part, like
yeah, that was awesome.
He just logicked him to death.
He really did.
He just like trapped him in a logic corner and won.
Started spitting knowledge at
right
him and got a W. And caused him to rethink his entire existence.
Bro, he literally like overstood him to death, right? Like no punches thrown, just straight knowledge on that. That's crazy. I love it.
Oh man, Surf Ninjas. It just makes me think of when Rob Snyder's character is running through the battlefield doing this because he thinks he has mind powers. Hilarious. But yeah, man, Vision straight up overstood him. All right, man. So I mean, on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you give this last finale of WandaVision? What do you give this episode?
I would still give it a 4.
And do you think it was your favorite episode of the show?
Oh, I don't know. I'm having a real hard time forgiving them for like
I feel you
betraying me like that.
I'm having a hard time forgiving them, but this would obviously had the most action in it, so it was my favorite episode.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's true. How could I even forget? How can I even consider otherwise?
So yeah, man. I mean, so WandaVision's over. We probably won't get another season. What did you think about the end credit scenes?
I think a lot of people think they know what's going on with. So the first one was
obviously
pretty obvious.
And Photon, right? We got to see Monica.
Bro, hold on one second.
We got to see Monica Rambeau absorb some bullets. What did you think about that?
I thought
wanted more.
Bro,
wanted way more.
I felt like they sidelined her a little bit, bro.
What you mean a little bit? They definitely sidelined her.
But then again, like it's not the Monica Rambeau show, but like, come on, dog. Y'all made so much of a big deal out of like
she was such a huge deal. So
y'all pushed her, but then you didn't give her the belt
for those episodes. Yep, y'all pushed her to the top of the card, and she got squashed by Brock Lesnar,
basically.
And
Kofi,
come here. It's time to sacrifice one of you. One of your kind. But yeah, it was. I was a little disappointed in her. I mean, her moment was cool, but I wanted more, expected more. But what do you think of the end credit scenes?
Yeah, so I think the one is pretty easy. I think it was the first one where, like, okay, so we know that now Monica Rambeau is about to join Nick Fury in the whatever
Sword.
the sword spaceship or whatever.
Yep.
So that's cool. Looking forward to that. We'll get to see her do her thing. So if they're doing a Secret Invasion TV show, I imagine that she's going to be heavily featured in it.
And I just like what will the Secret Invasion be?
I don't know, man.
What if they did? Because obviously, if you guys aren't familiar in the Marvel comic book, Secret Invasion is the Skrulls' secret invasion of Earth, and what they do is they just infiltrate Earth. They Skrulls can shapeshift, and when they shapeshift, they have the powers. If they shapeshift a superhero, like they have the powers. They look like them. They have their memories. They have their personality. They literally are them. It's impossible to tell the difference. I think Reed Richards, does he make something that?
Yeah, he's got a doohickey that can undo it.
He makes a doohickey that can help them tell who's a Skrull and who's not. So Secret Invasion is just a big invasion of Skrulls coming to Earth, and you don't know who's who. And there's a ship that like crashed, and it's full of superheroes, and people don't know if it's full of Skrulls. So that's what happens in the comic books. But the way that they've presented the Skrulls in the MCU is like they're kind of good guys. So I was thinking it would be dope if in which again, right? Like I'm always here for them changing source material as long as it's dope.
Yeah.
So I would be here for them actually maybe making the Secret Invasion Kree invading Earth, and then maybe we get like some Kree Skrull War stuff.
That'd be dope
or something like that. So
I'll be here for that. As far as the second scene, though, I think a lot of people think they know what's going on, but I don't think anybody really does, except for one thing.
So I haven't looked up anything. What are some things that you've seen that?
I mean, I've seen people saying all kind of shit that doesn't make any sense. So I'm not even gonna go there. Here's the things that I know for sure. One is that Wanda has the Darkhold, which is good. A lot of people are saying that this is like confirms that she's evil now. I didn't get that at all. I didn't get that, not even a little bit. What you also see, and so I'm a Doctor Strange fan. They straight up said that she was more powerful than Doctor Strange, and I was like, not in the comic books, but the MCU, y'all can make your own rules in MCU. Right. I will respect that, but let's not get it twisted. The Sorcerer Supreme is a motherfucker,
right?
But she was astral projecting, which is something that we saw Doctor Strange do, like studying while she was having her coffee.
If you guys need a cross-genre reference, we've also seen Luke Skywalker do it.
That's correct. In perhaps the single greatest force feat of all time. And you motherfuckers thought that shit was trash. Okay, whatever. You wanted Super Luke?
You got him.
You got him. They gave it to you in goddamn The Mandalorian. You couldn't fucking help yourself, could you? Just, bro, I'm sorry, dog. All right, fine. Here's Luke. Guys, you really wanted it.
But
so
his
here he
face
is.
looks weird. Is that it? Still, got some Luke still complaining.
As much shit as I talked, that scene was pretty cool.
That scene was fire.
Okay, so the other thing that I'm speculating for those of us who are Mephisto truthers, which doesn't sound good.
Sounds horrible. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, maybe not. But like those of us who think that there's still maybe some more Mephisto stuff going on.
That sounds better.
You do hear her children, who weren't real. She created them. You heard the children calling out for her. So are we doing a thing where the children are shards of somebody's soul, which is clearly, I still don't think they're going to end up doing Mephisto by name, but they're going to
Nightmare, maybe give him.
Right. And then merge the story of Mephisto together. So that's the best I can do. What do you think?
I mean, I agree, man. Like I said, I'm just waiting to see what they do with this because I was expecting so much more, but at the same time, it wasn't bad.
No, it was good.
I was just expecting a little more. But, I mean, we'll see, man.
Yeah.
So, boom, WandaVision. Back. Real quick, man. Give me, what MCU character do you think is better than their comic book version?
Oh.
Because, I mean, obviously, normally we like the comic book versions over the film. Like, who's an MCU character who you think that their film version is better than their character in the comic book?
I got one. For me personally, I think I don't like Captain America, the comic book character.
Right.
I think his MCU character is great though. He's one of my favorite. I would also say some of the villains, like maybe not that many of the villains. I think Thanos is like more realistic in the comic book in the movies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he's better. Like Thanos in the comic is obviously
psycho,
way more powerful, but he's also like not a related. Like you can't like that doesn't make sense, right? Like so
he's crazy.
I think Killmonger is better on screen than he is in the comic. Those are the ones that stand out for me. What about you?
For me, man, definitely Iron Man.
Oh, good one.
I
That's
think
a really
Tony
good
Stark is such a better character in the movies than he is in the comic books. They really kind of like flipped his personality like big time. You know what I'm saying? Cap, like you said, Cap too, man. Like I didn't. It's not that I didn't like him in the comic books, but he was just never one of my.
He's a Boy Scout.
Yeah, he was never one of my like favorite characters. His character in the films is a lot better. Another one probably. Let's see here. Killmonger's a good one. Maybe. Oh, nah, definitely not Thor. Maybe Vision, right? Like Vision in the comic books is dope, but he's just got a lot more. I think he just has a lot more. There's a lot more. It's just you just get a deeper look into the character in the films than you do in the comic books.
Bro, they couldn't have picked a better actor.
And they could not have picked a better actor to play Vision. So I might say Vision too.
Yeah.
But all right, man. It's actually National Women's Day or International Women's Day, one of those. So let's give some respect to some of our female characters. Who is a female character? It could be from whatever, anime, film, video game, whatever. Who's a female character that has inspired you or inspires you in some way or another?
Okay. It's a really good question. I'm going to go away from my top 5 because a little bit of a spoiler alert. We're going to revisit a similar topic in our top 5. Wow. Bro, I'm going to give you one that's going to really piss off I'm going to give you a couple. I'm going to give you one that's going to piss off the fanboys a lot.
Uh-oh.
How about Rey from Star Wars?
What? She's a Mary Sue.
All right, bro. Sure. What was Luke then?
What's the male equivalent of
I've heard a lot like
Billy Bob?
I don't know.
Brock.
A Luke Skywalker. I don't know. Larry Sue.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, I think Rey, it took me a while to grow on Rey or for her to grow on me because I was really holding out hope that John Boyega would get to play.
Like all of my kind of saltiness. I mean, and I like Rey and I liked her since Force Awakens too, but any amounts of like saltiness that I had towards the character was 100% rooted in me wanting John Boyega to be a Jedi. Was in me wanting Finn to be a Jedi.
I didn't even want him to be the Jedi. I would have been fine with her being the main character, but just let him play too, right?
Here,
like
bro.
y'all could be like a tandem, right. You know what I mean? Anyways, so Rey, I really like. From the comic book world, I think there's a lot of women who like represent like overcoming a lot of crazy circumstances.
Yeah.
2 women that come to mind, both related, ironically, are Mystique and Rogue.
Yeah, those are good.
And, you know, they've been villains once upon a time. They've also dabbled in being X-Men, but, like, the fact that they've had to carry, like, Mystique especially, y'all get a little bit of it in the movies, but Mystique in the comic books, like, she is the blue version of her almost all the time because she had to overcome this idea of, like, damn, like, this is why people want to kill me.
Facts.
But like turned it into like now I'm this sexy like bad like assassin chick that can't nobody fuck with, and like she owned it, right? So like that's pretty inspiring. What about you?
Oh man, that's a good question. For me, definitely, and I always talk about this character all the time. Jin Yu from Crouch Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, for sure.
She's my favorite. Might be my favorite female character ever. Like just from anything. I mean, you know, she was like the adventurer, man. You know what I'm saying? She kind of had, just as far as a character who had this life like laid out for her, but didn't want it and kind of wanted to go seek out things on her own, and ended up just becoming a master swordsman in the process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And having like a master who didn't think that she was capable of doing stuff, and then it was kind of like, wait a minute, you're better than I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just her kind of just doing things her own way, and really like just going out and kind of going against the norm and the set thing that was kind of laid out for her. So I really, really loved her character and the way that the movie ended with her too. So I would definitely have to say Jin Yu. And I mean, really, I say it all the time. That movie is what really got me interested in like Chinese swordsmanship too. So definitely Jin Yu's character from Crouch the Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Now that you mention it, a few more flooded in. In Game of Thrones, we got Brienne of Tarth, big 6 foot tall, strong swordswoman expert, like beating the brakes off of like some of the most powerful swordsmen in all of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You got Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, the video game.
Oh yeah, definitely. That would have to be one of mine
like
too.
And I like the fact, I mean, a lot of these idiots are out here feeling some type of way about like how they desexualize the fucking bunny rabbit from Space Jam. It's just ridiculous.
Jeez.
But like the reason why I bring it up is because Aloy, one of the staples of that game is how she was like, she's still like pretty, right? But like her design was practical, right?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
she had armor because goddamn it, like you
I'm
need
out here
it,
fighting
right?
and
Because I'm
killing
fighting
stuff.
robots,
Robots.
dinosaurs,
Yeah.
right? Like she didn't. There was not a male love interest that was central to her story, right? Like,
which is something that we see all the time.
Bro. Like that's one of the reasons why I love anime, but anime has a lot of work to do with how they depict women, right? Like there's almost always a woman in especially in a shonen anime. Their entire existence is based off of like their relationship to whatever the male character is.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is really whack, right? So like I loved that about Aloy, is that like she was just dope and it didn't need any explanation. She just was dope. So
right. I like this. I gotta do another one too. What about Toph, man, from Avatar?
Oh hell yeah, dog!
Just like the definite embodiment of like turning your handicap into your power. You know what I'm saying, and using it to your advantage and becoming like arguably the greatest bender ever.
Yep.
Also Korra, man, from Avatar, from Legend of Korra. A lot of people don't like Korra for some reason.
Because she was too sweet, that's why. They didn't like the fact that she was a superhero and was too powerful.
Right, you know, and I kind of feel the same way. Like, I mean, Korra and Aang are very different. They're not the same at all. They're not supposed to be. But Korra is a super dope character. They're just different. She does things differently. She honestly had to deal with some pretty crazy villains in different circumstances and everything too. And I mean, there's so many dope, strong. Avatar is one of the best universes for like strong female characters. I mean, even Su Yin, her Toph's daughter, Su Yin Beifong, is one of my favorite female characters.
Kyoshi,
Avatar, Kyoshi, Katara. There's a lot of really, 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 really good Avatar female characters. So shout out to the Avatar verse for that.
Also, shout out to the entire cast of Steven Universe. All of them.
Facts. Yep. And shout out to my girl Kelsey from Craig the Creek. Shout out to Kelsey from Craig the Creek, another dope female character that I like a lot too. So boom. Hey man, we did this up.
Hey man, yeah, hey man, yeah.
Had to get that one in. Last week we did a little Discord Q&A. It was pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
You guys had some good questions, so we're gonna do that again. We're gonna open up the floors to the homies in the Discord. Guys, I know that I always say that I'm gonna post this link, but I have kind
This
of
nigga
not
about
been
to
on.
post. He
I have
about to
not
post
been
this.
on the internet a lot lately, so I am going to make sure that I post it this week. I'll post it on Twitter. I'll post it. If anybody asks for it in the YouTube comments, I'll post it on YouTube. And just hit me up, man. I'll try to get to it. My messages are crazy right now because I haven't been on Instagram. But I will get on my social media and I will give you guys this link so you can join the party. So let's get into some of these Discord questions, bruh.
Right, now everybody's silent all of a sudden.
Of course they are. So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to probably have to scroll up the Discord because everybody asked their questions early as crap.
Like an hour ago.
So let's see what we got here. I know for a fact that Sly missed the last time. So I'm going to make sure we get one of his questions.
Rick Brown off top. A question that's been on everyone's mind. Noveliss, when are you going to break it to your kids that you swapped real bacon for turkey bacon?
Oh, man. SwordCast Insider question. Man, I think my son's already hip. My daughter has no idea. I don't know. I got to wait a couple years because that could be, you know how kids, man. You guys already know how picky my daughter is. When I make chicken, I have to cut the chicken off the bone and cut it up because she won't eat it off the bone.
Okay, here's one. What are some comic book characters that you feel should be in a movie or have a series that don't already? Static Shock off top.
Love it. Static Shock, that's a good one. You kind of said this last week. I think we kind of went over this. The Mojo verse, like Shatterstar, those characters are really cool. Long Shot. I would love to see them involved in some type of Netflix show, if not a movie. So I would say those characters.
In the spirit of National Women's Day, who is the most inspirational woman in y'all's life and who influenced y'all's art the most?
Oh, man, definitely my mom. Love my mom. Me and my mom are super close. That's no doubt. Me and my mom are super close. And as far as influence in my art, definitely, my daughter.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yep. So,
I got a lot of strong women in my life. Shout out to my mom, most of all. So, as far as influencing art, if there was a woman, I took that question to mean, is there like a woman artist that influenced your art?
Yeah.
Queen Mother. Oh my God. I'm sorry. My bad. Of course. It's gotta be Queen Mother Yoko Kanno, bro. No doubt about it.
Boom.
So yeah.
What else we got?
Just another note on the women in your life piece, right? So I've had a lot of crazy stuff happen over the past several months, and I've got like women in my life, in my immediate circle and family that have been great. And I'm not really trying to talk about them or it or whatever. Those who know, and without y'all, I could not survive these past few, months and years. So y'all mean everything to me, and I love y'all, all of y'all.
Boom.
So here's a couple of good questions.
Love it.
Here's a ridiculous question. Could I take on Eddie Gordo? I mean, no, obviously not. This nigga is a capoeira master. Mestre. I would not stand a chance. Here's one for you.
Hilarious.
Noveliss, do you see yourself starting something like Sosa one day? Oh yeah.
Starting something?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure. I've already kind of been thinking about doing like a book club where I would get fans that wanted to be in it. We'd read books together and kind of go over how to apply like new knowledge that you get from the things you're reading and apply it to your music. You know what I'm saying? And turn it into expression through your art that you're doing. And then we'd probably maybe have go over some verses, you know what I'm saying? I'd critique people's verses and everything. So I would definitely probably do something like that.
Here's one for you. I guess it's for both of us. It doesn't really mean the same thing for me though. Who is your dream collab for a song?
Oh, dream collab for a song. I mean, Doom. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Doom.
Rest in peace to Doom, man. But if I had to go with right now, just at this very moment of time, since that can't happen, that's a good question. Honestly, probably Elzai. I'll probably say Elzai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
we
me,
already got one of them.
Hey, for as far as rappers, I I'm not really thinking about. I'm thinking of like a producer collab.
Yeah.
God damn it! For me, it'll be Daft Punk. Fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I've been grieving Daft Punk as if a relative had passed away, bro.
I already know. Here's a good one from Sly, man. Shout out to Sly, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Who are 3 musicians or producers you would like to sit down and talk with for an hour?
Fuck Daft Punk. That's definitely. I'll put them as one person.
Right.
Flying Lotus. I've actually had a chance to talk to him a few times, and he was really helpful.
Fire. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, not like anything crazy, but he actually gave me some usable feedback.
That's still dope.
And then Lupe Fiasco. Even though I'm sure we would end up getting into an argument. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, for sure. That's hilarious. For me, 3 musicians. So I'd say, I mean, Doom, obviously, I don't care. I'm still going to say Doom. Doom, how about A$AP Rock? A$AP Rock, Doom, and probably, that's a really good question. A$AP Rock, Doom.
This young kids, this is A$AP Rock, not A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, and good clarification. And probably, honestly, bro, Tech-9. And the reason I say Tech-9 is because I really would just like to talk to him about how he was able to build this like ridiculous indie empire.
For sure.
And just kind of pick his mind about that. Because he's like super independent and he has like a warehouse of all his like merch and everything because he's so successful by himself.
How about this for a question, for a grown person question? Is there a moment in your life where you were where your mind was thinking way too heavy about? I'm having trouble reading this sentence.
Oh, okay.
Bro, listen. All of our people in our group are smart and type well, but I'm gonna tell you, this has just reminded me of the fact that like the internet has made me a bad reader, and it's made me realize that I'm dyslexic. It's because like punctuation is used so infrequently. Right. People like just don't pay any attention to how they like to write like in a way that makes any sense. And it has me like looking at shit upside down,
bro.
So let me try this again. And as I focus, is there a moment in your life when your mind was thinking way too much about money? If so, how do you get out of this toxic mindset? I don't know if it's clear what I'm trying to. Yes, okay, I got you. No, and I feel you, bro. Bro, that's a feeling that might not go away ever.
Yeah.
Unless you really like hit it big. But here's the good news, bro. I work. My day job is in financial management or like financial education, right? So like, understand, respect it, respect your budget, respect like the fact that you need money to survive, and just like. Don't give it more power than it needs to have.
Man,
you know
that's
what I mean?
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Like go ahead.
Because it's a feeling that can always be there for sure. No matter what you're doing, no matter how much, no matter if you're doing well, no matter if you're doing bad. Like that is a feeling that if you give it the power, it absolutely can and will be there 100% of the time.
Bro, look at the picture these niggas just put in the fucking Discord.
So
a wild Rick Brown has appeared. I love it.
Yeah, you definitely have to kind of face the reality of it while simultaneously not giving it more power than it should have. You know what I'm saying?
Respect it. Don't ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
But also recognize that you can live a quality of life. Like understand what your means are, right? Like don't stress about like not having enough money. Understand what if you can meet your needs, if you can pay for your bills, you can pay for your food. Like that's better off than a lot of folks, right? Find some peace in that. if that means making an adjustment where you might have to adjust some of the things that you have, like maybe sacrifice some stuff that for a while, like that's something that you'll have to consider. But like once you come to terms with that and find peace in it, like it becomes easier to not let it stress you out. But the key though is to respect it. Don't ignore it. But respecting a thing is not the same thing as allowing it to stress you out.
Right. Exactly.
All right, let's do a couple of more here. One quick one for me. What are some of my favorite VSTs that I use for beat making? A lot of producers, I can't give away my secrets. That shit don't matter, bro. Like, it matters. It doesn't matter like who the person is. It matters like, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter what tools you are. It matters like what the engineer, what the artist is, who the artist is. Does the engineer have chops or not? I like to think that I got a couple chops, so
right.
I don't mind sharing some. I was gonna open up Fruity Loops and show you, but this is taking too long. So I'll just say Nexus is a really good one. That's kind of par for the course. I like to use a lot of samplers, right? So not VSTs, but samplers where you can like contact, where you can like load actual samples of songs or samples of instruments in. And yeah, with Nexus, just make sure if you're a Nexus user, there are a lot of like you can download more sounds for your Nexus VST. You don't have to just use the stock ones. So Splice is a good place to find those.
Boom.
Don't really matter, bro. Just be sweet at making beats.
I like this one.
Right.
If you are a film producer and you're making a martial arts film, who are you starring? For me, Louis Tan, no doubt, 100%. He's the star of my movie.
Wait, ask the question again.
If you were a film producer and you're making a martial arts film, who are you starring in the movie?
Louis Tan. I would counter that with the sequel. I would write the sequel of that movie.
Okay.
And I would counter it with Joe Taslim.
I like it.
And then in the trilogy, we can bring them together.
Yeah, I like it. If you guys aren't familiar, Joe Taslim is playing Sub-Zero in the Mortal Kombat movie, and Louis Tan is playing the new character, Cole. Is that his name?
Cole Anthony.
Yes.
Or no, that's the nigga from that's the nigga from the Magic. But I feel like his name is something like that. No?
Oh goodness, that was hilarious.
Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony, the guy from the Orlando Magic. Him.
Cole Young.
Greg Anthony's kid, right?
Yep.
Yeah, him.
Cole Young is the character's name.
Gotcha. All right, let's hit a couple more real quick.
Do you think hold on, this one doesn't count, but this is just a funny question. Do you think that both of you could beat Fat James Harden 2 versus 1 in a game up to 21? Bro,
okay, here we go. Fat James Harden is a myth. I don't think he was ever fat.
No, he was just wearing a
he was wearing
like a bodysuit.
He was wearing a fat suit so he could get traded. So Fat James Harden doesn't exist. 2-on-1, absolutely.
Bro,
I don't care. I'm beating
2-on-1.
anybody if I have an extra person.
Are you kidding me? Like, if you have any sense at all, you should be able to beat Michael Jordan 2-on-1.
Right.
That nigga can't check me and Noveliss at the same time.
Exactly.
I'm gonna stand under the rim and he's gonna find a way to throw the ball to me.
Facts.
Or if he's just gonna face guard me the whole time, then he's wide open. Either one of us is wide open to shoot.
Cash. If you can be guarded by one guy and there are 2 people, you should never play basketball.
Right, you should quit.
What else we got? That question was hilarious. What am I missing right now? Oh, okay. Guys giving their top 5 game sequels. That's fire from last week. All right, man. I think that's cool. Are there any more you see that you would like to address? This is a good one. Of course, from Sly, he said, if you could pick one martial artist to spar with, who would you pick? Definitely Anderson Silva, bro. Black belt jiu-jitsu, got some Wing Chun chops, got a lot of different training backgrounds. Like, I would love to get some tips and train with Anderson Silva.
Here's one for me. It would probably be Lateef Crowder, who is
that's such a good one.
Capoeirista.
Yes, legend. Mando, the real Mando.
The real Mando. He's speaking of Eddie Gordo. He's also the mocap, the motion capture for Eddie Gordo.
Eddie Gordo, man.
Here's one. So there's 2 more. Oh, I'm like late, as I just got the one about the sparring.
Okay.
But what's a video game for me? What's a video game or movie or animated I think I can make a fire soundtrack for. Bro, any of them. It don't matter. I'm cold. My real answer though would be like something that we create.
Yeah, man.
Which,
definitely.
Who knows, man?
Dude, there's no doubt we can make a little 8-bit game.
Who knows? So yeah, that would be. I think that's. You see anything else you like?
Let's see here. Oh, here's a good one. What's the one moment or decision in your musical career that you still kind of kick yourself for?
Oh, I immediately know mine. I may have told this story on the pod, but when I had this show at the fucking Loving Touch, me and Chris.
Yeah.
My whole system just farted out on some fucking. I turned my off here, but yeah, man, that sucked. That was not fun, and it was at that moment that I realized, like, oh, okay, so I got to take this shit seriously, huh?
Word, man, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, what about you?
You know, I don't know if I have one that I'm still.
That's good. That's so healthy.
In
like
my music. I mean, in life, you know, yeah. But in my music career, I don't know. I don't know if there is one. I mean, I guess maybe like, you know how I am. I'm not very social. I mean, I've been around some pretty big names, and I guess maybe if I was more social, I could have built some type of relationship with them. You know, but I guess maybe that could be one. But yeah, man, that was dope. Appreciate y'all with the questions. We'll do it again next episode. But it's time to get into You Can Only Pick 3.
The dog is asleep and clearly dreaming about something.
Yo, the video with the dog that farts into the microphone.
Dog, I was laughing at that shit all night, bro.
The video is absolutely hilarious. And then he just gets mad. So funny.
Fart. Hate you.
Burn.
No, motherfucker.
Oh my goodness, that video is hilarious.
It's like the fart caught him slipping.
That scared the crap out of him. Literally. But yeah, man, it's time for You Can Only Pick 3. We're kind of sticking to. We've been talking about some Marvel stuff, so we're gonna stick to some MCU stuff again. Remember last time we did the films?
Yeah.
So now, we got some. Now we got some. All right, one more that just came in. Sly said, "Why don't we like Jet Li?" Look, man.
Nobody said we didn't.
It's
like
not that I don't like Jet Li. I actually love some of his movies. I think Jet Li's awesome. I just think that some people be putting him, like people put him over Jackie Chan. I can't put him over Jackie Chan. People put him over Donnie Yen. I can't put him over Donnie Yen. You know, people just they just put him over some guys that I just kind of am a really big fan of.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Not that I don't like him.
I'm with you.
I think he's awesome.
He also like look, y'all like underestimate how important acting is to being a martial arts actor. Like he is the worst actor ever, maybe. His arts are super martial. Like he's got all the tech. He's got good tech. I think his tech is nowhere near as good as like Jackie Chan. He's nowhere near the martial artist as Jackie Chan is. Well, he's close, but like Jackie Chan is an absolute legend, bro.
No, he is. I respect Jet Li though. He's
me too. I definitely respect him. He's just
a wushu world champion. He's awesome. But
yeah.
I do feel you on the acting thing, and that could also be it for me too.
I mean, that's why Bruce Lee is. Not only was he the greatest martial artist that anyone has ever seen, he was also an amazing actor, and that made a huge difference, bro. And so here we are. Look at this bullshit. God damn it.
All right, let's go. You Can Only Pick 3. What are we looking at?
All right, so who you can only pick 3 Marvel heroes.
Now these are MCU guys, right? So
yeah. So are you asking me to only include MCU feats?
Only MCU feats, MCU everything. This is strictly MCU, not comic book. Nothing out of the comic books. Only MCU.
All right, so let's go through them right quick. We got obviously Captain America. We got Thor, who really had a tough go of it his first 2 movies. And again, I really like Cap. Like Cap, I like this version of Cap better than the comic version. Same with Tony Stark. I'd always liked Iron Man. I thought he was a cool character, but like seeing him fleshed out live is like really, really, really dope.
Yeah.
The Hulk, I think the Hulk, I think he might disappoint me the most out of like comic expectations to MCU. I mean, he is drastically underpowered in the MCU.
Yeah, I actually scorching hot take maybe. I liked the other Hulk better than this one.
Bro, wait, which other Hulk? Because there's 2 other Hulks.
What was it, Edward Norton?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I thought that movie was
I thought
straight.
that movie was good.
Yeah, I thought it was straight.
And I actually liked the way the Hulk looked. He looked a little more unhinged.
Yeah, he looked like this is clearly just green Mark Ruffalo. And that doesn't really work as well for me.
I like the other Hulk. I liked his hair better. A little kind of shaggy hair.
Yeah, I agree.
His eyes were like green. And
he looked like the fucking Hulk, man.
He was terrifying, so I kind of liked him better.
Yeah. I think that Mark Ruffalo is I don't know. He's not even a better actor than Edward Norton. I don't know. I don't really get that. Like, I'm sure there was some like some behind the scenes thing. I don't know.
We'll have to look.
But the Hulk has not been my favorite character in the MCU, especially because I know how strong he really is in the comics, and they really do him a disservice. Okay, so obviously my first keeper is T'Challa. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Really, really tough to lose him, especially now because it really seemed like they were making him. He was going to be one of the leading people in the next phases of the MCU.
Oh,
right?
for sure, especially if they did an Illuminati movie.
Oh my God, that would have been so fucking dope.
Bruh.
And I didn't want them to recast T'Challa, and I think I still don't. But I do understand why people want them to recast him because
he's
they don't,
such a good character.
right? They don't want to lose out on the possibility of that leading black male figure in MCU. But then just don't disrespect Shuri and have her like get a real shot then if that's what you want to do. So then we got Star-Lord, Peter Quill. I didn't really know a whole lot about him in the comic. I mean, I was aware of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Everything that happened is his fault.
That's true. So fuck him.
Everything.
But the Guardians of the Galaxy, though, like the comic book version they're kind of an old school group. So like by the time I got to know them, it was like in its 5th or 6th iteration. So like none of the same niggas was on the team.
Word.
So whatever. Then we got Hawkeye, bro. Hawkeye, greatest hand-eye coordination of all time. This nigga shot
shooting bloody cash,
bro. And also he shot 18 straight hole-in-ones. Like
played 18, shot 18,
bro. Like that might be his best feat, like ever, is shooting 18 straight hole-in-ones.
Oh man.
All right, then we got Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. I'm a big Doctor Strange fan. I thought Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job playing him. I think that this version of Doctor Strange, again, is drastically underpowered compared to his comic version. Bro, the comic version of Doctor Strange is so powerful that the Watcher in the original Infinity Gauntlet series story, I'm pretty sure the Watcher asked Doctor Strange, like, nigga, why you ain't stop this nigga?
Yeah, no, he does.
Which is like
in the original.
You know what I mean? Like that's it was, and I don't know that Doctor Strange. I don't think Doctor Strange could have stopped him with the Infinity Gauntlet, like with the gauntlet. Of course not. But that says a lot if the Watcher, who is like all powerful, like asked him straight up, like, nigga, why you ain't getting involved? You could have mattered. You know what I mean? Like that's saying a lot. Yeah. And I forget like what his explanation was, but Doctor Strange is crazy powerful.
Right.
So I think he might be my next keeper, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna not commit to that because I know for sure that the MCU version of Vision is definitely my second keeper. He was by far and away the best character in WandaVision. Paul Bettany does an amazing job with him as the character. I love the combination of CGI and practical effects because he just looks sweet as fuck. So I'm really, really a big fan of his. So I think it's going to come down for me between Vision and Cap. Between Doctor Strange and Cap. Oh, but also Tony Stark. he's still kind of white and kind of, hey, I'm rich and an asshole. Like, I like it, but I don't know if he's gonna be my keeper. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I gotta make a decision here.
You sure do, sir.
Fuck.
What are you gonna do?
I gotta give it up for the hands and feet, and also the trend. Like how much more I like this character than the comic book version.
Yeah,
and
that matters.
I'm gonna go with Captain America.
Boom.
So we got Cap, T'Challa, and the Vision. Boom. What you got?
I like it. All right, let's go. So strictly sticking to the MCU versions of these characters. Cap, I love Cap. Winter Soldier is my favorite MCU movie. Again, like this is a character who I like much more in the films than I do in the comic books. So that matters. Then we got Thor. Man, the opposite. I love Thor in the comic books. Don't really like him in the films. But I do like his character got so much better and Ragnarok, and he's been solid from then on. Tony Stark, again, another character that I like better in the films than in the comic books. Made the ultimate sacrifice. His character has been really, really, really good in these movies, man. Then we got Hulk. Again, I liked Edward Norton's Hulk more than Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. And, you know, super underpowered. But he was awesome in that first Avengers movie, though.
Bro, he was. Him and Thor were the two best.
Yeah, for sure. And then we got my first keeper as well. We got T'Challa. Rest in peace to Chadwick, man. Just amazing from the time his character was presented on screen in Civil War. So dope. I remember seeing the trailer and the bullets bouncing off his suit, and I was just like, "Oh my goodness, they're doing this. Let's go!" You know what I'm saying? So he's my first keeper, man. Then we got Star-Lord. Everything's his fault.
Yeah.
Then we got Hawkeye, man. One of my favorite comic book characters, man. I do like his character better in the comics than I do in the films, but I didn't think he was bad in the films.
No, not at all.
Some people, you know, weren't crazy about him, but I actually loved him in the movies. I thought the Ronin thing was awesome. He did dope with that. So I really like Clint in the movies too. So then we got Doctor Strange. Another really good character in the movies. Again, more powerful in the comic books for sure, but I do think that he does a great job playing him in the movies. Yeah. And we got Vision. Like you said, man, this character is so well done. I think that his character is good in both, but I think in the films, like I said, you just get a little more. You get more of his personality, and he's just a stand-up dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Love the way that Vision is portrayed in the films. So this is going to be a little tough. My first keeper is going to be T'Challa. My second keeper is going to be Captain America. Hey. I love the Captain America movies. I love he's I just like him better in the movies than in the comic books. He's super dope in the movies. And then it's just in the he's a little less Boy Scout in the movies.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of edgy, kind of like, nah, bro, I'm not really down to listen to the government for real. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all niggas has been racist. I read up on it.
Right, I read about it. So definitely Cap, my second keeper. My third keeper is gonna be Vision, bro.
Oh,
it's between him and Hawkeye, but I'm gonna go with Vision. I really love Vision's character. I really love Vision in the movies, man. So
yeah,
give me Vision.
I'm with you, bro. Shout out to Vision,
and also shout out to Tony, man. Like always making the ultimate sacrifice. In the first Avengers, he took the missile up to space. Yep. You know what I'm saying? He always making the play for the squad. So
taking the charge, man.
Love Tony, man. Dang, this was good.
This was a good one.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, real quick, if it was comic book based, what three would you keep?
Ooh, T'Challa still. Doctor Strange, no doubt. And it would be between the Vision and the Hulk, but World Breaker Hulk, dog. It's no question. So it would be Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and World Breaker Hulk.
Boom, I like it. So if this was comic book based, I would be Black Panther, Hawkeye, and Thor. Mm-hmm. I would be Black Panther, Hawkeye, and Thor if this was based on comic books. So boom.
There it is.
All right, man. We did say it was International Women's Day. We've been talking about some Marvel stuff all day. We've been talking about MCU stuff. So let's keep it with that vibe. Staying on the International Women's Day. Hero, who are your top 5 favorite Marvel comic female characters ever?
Boom. All right, man. Little honorable mention. Look, man. I know everybody is real Wanda happy right now, but I got to give it up to Scarlet Witch. She's dope. She's super dope.
She's fire. Good
She's
character.
had really ambiguously all over the place in terms of her power and her scale and ability. But she's no doubt a powerhouse. So she would be my honorable mention, Scarlet Witch.
Got it.
Number 5, gonna go with Psylocke. And let me be real specific here. Not the British version that like straight up whitewashed a Japanese like her story is something like she's like
she put her consciousness and her mind into the body of a ninja.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that, but give me the Japanese version of Psylocke
for sure.
Like what a cool power, bro. Like a psychic, a telekinetic for sure also, but like her power is that she can make psycho generated weapons. Yeah. And it's usually a sword. But like the power though, right? Like she could it reminds what's her name? Yaoyorozu from My Hero Academia. She can make kind of make weapons. Out of her.
It's really dope, man.
Out of her psychic energy. This is a really cool power. So shout out. And she's got also a dope design as well.
Mm-hmm. She's hot.
Right. Then we've got number 4. I'm going to go back to the Kingdom of Wakanda. And we're going to go to Shuri as
I like
the Black Panther.
I like it.
Black Panther. I mean, even her by herself, but like the Black Panther version of Shuri. All the intellect of T'Challa, more intellect with all the hands and feet, with her own version of the Black Panther suit. And she did take the heart-shaped plant, or the heart-shaped herb. So like she's got all the powers as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm really interested to see if the MCU is going to go the route of giving Shuri the keys and giving her Wakanda. Really curious about that. But Shuri in the comic, crazy dope character. Speaking of crazy, number 3. And shout out to the comic or to the movie version of this character too, because it really stands the test of, or really like competes with the comic book version. But I'm gonna go with Laura Kinney, aka X-23. Fire character, bro. So look, Wolverine.
That was a deep cut. That was a good pick.
Yeah. So X-23 is the quote unquote daughter of Wolverine, but she's actually his clone. Yeah. Female clone. So look, Wolverine got a bunch of kids in the Marvel comics, and it's like a trope of him going back. One of his kids went crazy for some reason, and Wolverine has to hunt him down and ends up killing him. He did it with Daken, who was his son, and I'm sure he's done it with a couple of other of his kids. He tried the same shit with X-23. But X-23 actually almost killed him. That's how dope she is. She's got all of the like crazy pheromone, like feral moments of Wolverine, right? But like maybe a better fighter somehow. Word. Which is crazy because
Wolverine has lived
got hundreds of years of experience
and training.
But she's got the 2 claws on her hands and 1 on each foot. And so like this, she was a product of like the ultimate. I don't think she was introduced in the Ultimate Universe, but she was a part of this new wave of, hey, how about like the Boruto version of all of the X-Men characters, right? Like the baby version of all the X-Men characters. And a lot of them didn't work. But X-23, she worked because she was she hit all the right stuff, had all the right Logan energy, but was like also a badass little girl. Right. In the comics, she's like a teenager, but she's still dope. So yeah, that's my number 3. My number 2, as much as I've talked about her, y'all would think that this is gonna be my number 1, but obviously you got to go with Jean Grey. White Phoenix of the Crown. Not even a White Phoenix, just Jean Grey, the mutant, the Omega level mutant, Omega level telepath, Omega level telekinetic, right? The perfect. A lot of people always say, "Oh, but Scarlet Witch, she like made the Phoenix Force go away." But y'all got to pay attention. That Phoenix Force was during X-Men versus the Avengers. So who was inside the Phoenix or who was the Phoenix inside of at the time? Like Cyclops, and like who was it? Cyclops. Fuck, I don't remember. But the point is, it wasn't Jean Grey, and in order for Scarlet Witch to do that, she also needed the help of Hope Summers, who is an Omega level mutant.
Omega level mutant, yeah.
Bro, if that was Jean Grey, the Phoenix host, she wouldn't stand a chance. It wouldn't even be close. Jean Grey is the perfect host for the Phoenix, which creates White Phoenix of the Crown. And I've said this 1,000 times. White Phoenix of the Crown is probably second to like the Living Tribunal in terms of most powerful person in the whole Marvel universe.
Guys, that's
like God.
Yeah,
essentially.
That's crazy.
She is multiversal, right? Like, so like her power goes beyond the scale of one universe. I mean, she is just absolutely, especially that version of Jean Grey with the Phoenix is just unstoppable.
Yeah, bro, crazy.
So that's my number 2. And then my number 1, obviously the Queen, bro. Got to give it up to the Queen.
Yep.
Storm.
Let's go.
Aurora Monroe, the Queen of Lightning and Thunder, the Thunder Goddess. They finally gave her flowers and officially confirmed her as an Omega level mutant after hinting at it for like 20 years. She is, and she, bro, not only is she Omega level with her power, she's also a master martial artist. She's a master like magician.
Yeah, she is a very powerful, balanced character. Got
hands, got power, got spells for y'all niggas too. Like she got legit magic, right? Like so, and has wielded Mjolnir once or twice. Like you can't really. Dog, Storm is the fucking truth. So, and oh, by the way, she's also African. God damn it, let's go. So that's my top 5. Got Psylocke, got Shuri, got X-23, Jean Grey, and Storm. What about you?
I love it, bro. All right, let's go. Paying some respects to the female characters in the Marvel comic universe. All right, man. I got to do an honorable mention, man. My first honorable mention is Black Widow. I am a huge Black Widow fan. I love Black Widow. I've always liked Black Widow for a long time. Can scrap.
Yep.
And I love her in the films too, man. They did a really good job with her character in the movies. They're just a little heavy on the lucha libre.
Hey, you gonna do a hurricane?
But all right, let's go, man. Let's get it. Coming in at number 5, I gotta go with Spider-Gwen.
I almost picked her, bro.
5,
she's
man.
So dope.
You want to talk about a character? I love Spider-Man in general, right? But just in terms of a sweet new character, coming from the kind of the Spider-Verse thing, Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy, awesome character, sweet look, man. Like the costume looks so dope. I think she really has one of the dopest character designs.
Totally agree.
Especially if we're talking about Spider-Man characters, she's up there in the top like 3 of best looking suits.
I agree.
And Gwen, if you read the comic books, like I've read some of the comic books, she's got a dope personality too. So I really like Gwen Stacy. So I'm gonna go with Spider-Gwen at number 5. Coming in at number 4, got the Queen Mother. Okay, going Storm at number 4 again, like super powerful, well balanced. If you were a fan of Storm in like the 90s, like they've done a really good job of like, throughout the years, her character has like gotten more and more layers to it throughout over time. And like sometimes you don't see that, man. Like with characters that have been around for so long, they just kind of stay the same forever. And they did a good job of like continuing to build Storm's character also. And like you said, like she's got confirmed as an Omega level mutant too, so that's fire. Coming in at number 3, I'm going with Gamora.
Hey,
I love Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. Look, man, the movies do not do her character justice at all. Gamora is a killer. Yeah. She's an amazing fighter. She's super powerful. And she can scrap. Like she's fought Captain Marvel before, straight up. Like she's powerful. She's super fast, super strong. Obviously being raised by Thanos, she's a little crazy sometimes, but she is like one of the best hand-to-hand fighters in Marvel Comics, and they don't do her justice.
Imagine
at all.
Black Widow, but like on steroids.
And like super strong and like super fast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Imagine imagine Black Widow with superpowers.
Facts. She's a killer. Coming in at number 2, I'm going with Proxima Midnight from the Black Order. 1, sweetest name ever. 2, the Black Order, man, again, massively underpowered in the films.
She got beat by Black Widow.
She got beat by Proxima Midnight goes to Atlantis in the Infinities comic book story, wipes out Atlantis all by herself.
Yep.
Cull Obsidian, which Black Dwarf, the big giant one, goes to Wakanda. No, you gotta turn around, fam.
Yeah.
T'Challa
wasn't having it.
Not happening. Only one that took an L.
Yep.
What happens? Corvus Glaive goes to the X-Men mansion, gets a dub. Proxima Midnight goes to Atlantis, gets a dub. Big fella goes to Wakanda.
Hey man,
that's exactly what happened.
Right.
It showed up at the door. I broke the shit. I hit it so hard. But yeah, he took L's. Is the point.
L. All right, man. And before I get to my number 1, I do have one more honorable mention that I got to drop off here. I got to give some love to Elektra. I'm a big Elektra fan. Elektra's a dope character, man. Never know if she's going to be good or bad. Again, scrap. Yeah. I would love to see Elektra and Black Widow fight each other on screen.
For sure.
Fire. Even the Elektra from the Daredevil Netflix show, she did a good job.
She's canonically stronger, a better fighter than Daredevil.
100%. Elektra is a really, really dope character, and she was also a Skrull in the Skrull invasion. But yeah, Elektra, a dope character, man. But my number 1 is Psylocke.
I've
been a Psylocke fan for since the old X-Men game. I used to play with her. I played with her on Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Again, she's got a crazy story, but the Japanese, the ninja version of Psylocke got a really cool power. Just got that super iconic 90s. Every time when I think of like that Rob Liefeld, like 90s, I always think of her in the X-Men comic books.
Her and Elektra.
Yeah, man, for sure. And I'm a big Psylocke fan. I remember she was on the cartoon. Remember she was in it for a quick couple episodes of Apocalypse.
Yep, the 4 Horsemen.
Yep, and then like one of my favorite comic book series ever is the Uncanny X-Force 2010 run. And she's a mainstay on that team. Her, Deadpool, Phantom X, Archangel. So it's just a really dope character, man. So that's my top 5, man. Number 5, Spider-Gwen. Number 4, Storm. Number 3, Gamora. Number 2, Proxima Midnight. Number 1, Psylocke.
Let's go.
Hey, man, episode 73 in the books. Thank y'all for listening. The Discord questions were dope. Again, man, there is new music on the horizon. It's done. We just got to put the finishing touches on it. Hopefully, I'll have something out in the near future. And again, man, remember all my Texas people.
Yeah, let's go. Make energy cheap again.
Mecca, make energy cheap again. If y'all are in Texas, you want a shirt, man, again, just let me know. I will make sure my uncle gets you one. Make energy cheap again, man.
Let's go.
All right, y'all.
Hey, yo.
Thank y'all for listening. Peace.
Check it.
Welcome back, hero.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was thinking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.